Boop, 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 boop. So this is my place. Ah, that's hot. Wait lang ah. Hey guys, I'm Joao Constancia and welcome to Cande-stress. I'm about to cook one of my favorite meals, Shin Ramyun, for lunch. So let's go. What's up guys? I'm about to cook a simple meal right now. It's actually around 1, which means it's time for my first meal of the day because I'm on an intermittent fasting right now. Nasanay ako from 5 kami boy band, no? 5 kami magkasama to being a solo artist now. Transitioning from music to acting wasn't that hard for me because it's my passion talaga eh. I mean, I've always wanted to get into acting. I really got so used to being with the boys around, you know, especially with Tristan, Russell, Neil, and Ford. I guess that was the hardest part for me, to be honest. Recently, I just came from ASAP, from live and taping. I had to learn a lot of choreos, I think within a day, and then perform it, you know, right after, the next day. And medyo hindi ako nahihirapan eh. Gusto ko kasi talaga minsan makuha yung choreo down right away, you know, perfect. I wanna make sure na wala akong makalimutan. What I would usually do is, once I rehearse it at ASAP, I would go back home, rehearse it before I sleep, and then try to get some rest. Wake up early, go to ASAP again, and then rehearse with whoever I'm with abroad. And then after that, go with it talaga. But to be honest, nakaka-stress. Medyo perfectionist ako. Ayoko talaga na mahirapan eh. Ayoko magkamali. Yun lang. Right before getting on stage, that's the most stressful part. I remember there's this one for me, as in malapit na kami, no? Me and Jameson, I was rehearsing, and then for some reason I blacked out. And I was like, oh damn, what's next? What am I gonna do? And then Jameson was at the other side of the stage. So I remember I was calling him, I was like, Jameson, what's the next move? Oh. Okay, go. I guess it happens when you think about it too much. One thing I learned is that you just have to enjoy your performances, you know. Remember once we got on stage, once I started dancing, once I started having fun, everything just came naturally na lang. So while we're talking here and everything, I'm still cooking my ramen. It's gonna take a while. Sarap. Mahilig ako sa spicy. During the beginning of the pandemic, that's when it was the most stressful part for me. That got me worrying about my career. There was this one point during the pandemic where I was thinking of going back home to Macau. Actually, my mom asked me. She called me one day and she was like, Anak, kamusta ka dyan? Anong nangyayari? Kamusta na career mo? Sabi ko, hi mom, eto po. Just waiting for any project, for any updates. You know, because a lot of things happened last year, not just the pandemic, but also, you know, what happened to ABS-CBN and stuff like that. So my mom was just worried about me. She called and she was like, ano, kung wala pang ganap dyan, baka gusto mo umuwi, pwede ka muna umuwi. But then I remember, I was like, what am I gonna do when I go back home? Macau is so small that, I mean, I was born and raised there. My whole life, I was just in Macau. And there's not much to do there, to be honest. I mean, yeah, Macau is home and everything, my friends are there, but I felt like I never grew as a person there. When my mom asked that question, I was like, what am I gonna do there? Ano gagawin ko? I know my family and friends there, but I don't want to go home. Like, my career is here in the Philippines. This is what I want to do. Yun nga, luckily na lang, my passion, my drive for acting, for my career here is stronger than my doubts, you know. That's what kept me pushing and being persistent about staying here and just trust the process. You know, it's just a bump in the road, and I'm sure that we'll get over this. So I guess that's one thing that affected me as an artist, you know, during the pandemic. Lilipat tayo. This is my place. I'm gonna go to my table. Ayan. That's hot. Wait lang ah. I moved to the Philippines kasi in 2016. Pero before that, I'm originally from Macau in China. Born and raised there. Pero every year naman, umuwi kami sa Pilipinas. Especially sa Bataan dahil nandun ang mga kamag-anak ko. Nandun si Lolo at Lola. That's my mother's side. So usually, umuwi kami dun every year to visit them, spend time with them. Mostly during Christmas tsaka New Year's. Culturally, medyo alam ko na. It wasn't a huge shock for me. Tsaka sa Macau naman kasi puro mga Pinoy rin dun eh. And then my mom and dad would speak to us in Tagalog sa bahay namin. It wasn't that hard for me to adjust culturally to the environment. That was a big change, I remember, because di ako sanay sa sobrang mainit dito. Yung mga vacations namin nila mommy at daddy, lahat kami ng mga magkakapatid. Nasa kwarto lang kami palagi naka-aircon kasi sobrang init nga dito sa Pilipinas. But when I moved here, culturally, I was fine. I wasn't, I could adjust quickly. Pero doon lang sa init talaga, naalala ko medyo mahihayin pa akong Tagalog dati kasi alam ko may iba yung pagka-bigkas ko ng mga Tagalog words ko. It's very konyo, Alam mo naman yun, like, pare. I was just really shy in speaking Tagalog because people would make fun of it, and that was one thing that made me kind of insecure. It took me a while to adjust to speaking to Tagalog talaga. What made me push to speak more Tagalog was the fact na since nandito na ako sa Pilipinas at gusto ko maging actor dito, importante talaga magsalita in Tagalog. Hanggang ngayon, you guys know, I don't know if kung napapansin nyo, medyo barok-barok pa Tagalog, kung mali-mali pa yung grammar ng Tagalog ko. Pero, I'm doing my best every day to learn, to speak our language. Wait lang subo lang muna ako. Medyo nagugutom na ako. More mature about it. I'm more serious about it when it comes to relationships. Because a lot of people think of me as a playboy, or in other terms, F-boy. You guys. I really view relationships something serious, something important, something that you don't want to play around with. Whenever I get into a relationship, it's something that I want to be a long-term relationship. I wanted to see it in the long run. No, almost to the point to getting married, pero I don't want to think that far ahead. I just want the girl that I'm gonna get into a relationship with is that I want this to be serious. I want this to be a long-term relationship, Ayun lang. So yeah. Alright, this one's a funny question because the first thing that popped into my head, I wish people asked me more, is how do you pronounce your name? Because I hate it when people mispronounce. Hindi naman hate it I just hate it when people call me Joao, or they make up a different pronunciation like Jawu or Jawo though. Like, I know my name is different, and if you don't know how to pronounce it, you can ask me nicely. I just really do not like people guessing on how to pronounce my name. My name kasi is a Portuguese name. If you translate it to English, it's translated to John. The real pronunciation of my name is Joao Villanueva Constancia. So it just translates to John Michael Villanueva Constancia. Yun lang, I just wish people ask me that more para hindi sila mahirapan at hindi rin ako natitrigger minsan. Alright guys, so that's it for Cande-stress. Thank you guys so much for joining me sa interview ko na to. I hope you guys learned something about me. Thank you also to everyone who's been supporting me sa ASAP natin to. Guys, I'm usually on ASAP every Sunday. He's Into Her coming real soon. I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of fans are excited about that, so I can't wait for you guys to see that. It's coming out real soon. He's Into Her, so I want. And guys, don't forget to follow me on my social media accounts on IG and Twitter. I'm Joao Cons. On TikTok, Joao Cons. For more details, just go to candymag.com also. Yung.